पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने
Thank you so much, Korean Prabhu. Now we have a very Govardhan Puja celebration, and our very own Vasudev is going Giriraj that many devotees have brought homes. So a very special occasion here at Bhakti Center. We can have such a beautiful darshan of Giriraj. So I'll pass the microphone to Vasudev, and he will explain a little bit more what is.
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा So I'd like to chant one mantra with you all. It's a mantra, pranam mantra, offering of respects to the deity we'll be worshipping today. Who is? Namaste Girirajaya. Shanashaya. Shri Giriraj Govardhan, who destroys unlimited miseries and who bestows the highest pleasure. Gham karoti vacham, bangam langhayate girim yatripabam, tamaham valeshi guru dinatari. So I'm scheduled to speak today. So I thought, let me take some of my speaking time before we do this puja, and then I'll speak a little bit after, or more or less during this puja, this worship, which we're going to do. So you see, it's getting very nice and smoky in here. Just take a look at the beautiful walls, and just think yourself in a village in Vraja 5,000 years ago. Just imagine you're there. It says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Tatra, there in that village, a particular village in Vraja. Which village? The village where the Brahmanas were offering sacrifices, and where the Krishna sent his friends to beg food from them. And then all the the wives of the Brahmanas fed them very nicely. The Brahmanas themselves, the priests themselves, were very ritualistic, and they didn't care so much about Krishna and his friends. They were too much absorbed in the rituals. But they came to their senses that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and they should actually have given him better respect. So, but Krishna stayed in that village for a little bit to give blessings, to give his mercy to the wives, the very devoted wives of those ritualistic Brahmanas, who were immediately ready to offer him everything. But to Krishna's astonishment, he saw that his very own father, along with the other elder coward men, were preparing for a similar sacrifice. To whom? Indra. And Krishna did not like it so much. Actually, it's described in a very nice book called Gopal Champu. He said, he was thinking, I'm the Supreme Lord of all the worlds. I'm the Lord of all the gods. Why are my own associates getting so excited, running around, making this huge endeavor to perform this Vedic sacrifice? The Vedic sacrifice is a big deal. If you ever want to see what the Vedic sacrifice is like, there's a YouTube video of the last large Vedic sacrifice ever performed called Altar of Fire. See it on YouTube. It takes many days. It's a very elaborate thing. Many brahmanas chanting many mantras, many rituals involved. So it's a very big endeavor. So he was very busy with this. But Krishna, why? And it said, out of some loving anger, he spoke to his father, Nanda Maharaj. Father, why are we performing this sacrifice? For whom is it meant? Krishna knew already, but out of etiquette he was inquiring. For whom is this? Why are we doing this? Is this a Vedic thing, or is this just a local tradition? Why? Because if you do something with understanding, then you get the full benefit. But if you just do it as a ritual, without really understanding the meaning, then it has no use. So then Nanda Maharaj was a little silent first. He thought, my boy is so small. How old is he? He's only 7 years old. What am I going to explain him about this sacrifice? How is he going to understand this even? But then Krishna says, he spoke some very eloquent words. Father, you can't keep any secret from me. For family members, you cannot keep any secrets. Saintly person never keeps secrets from anyone. So he was like speaking like that, very in a learned way, very eloquent, in his small 7-year-old form. And then Nanda Maharaj could understand. Okay, he can understand. So he said, this is meant for Indra, because we're cowherd men. We take care of cows. We are agriculturalists. We're farmers. We need water. We need rain. Therefore, we need to worship Indra. And this is a traditional thing. We've been doing this for many, many generations. If we neglect this, it will not be good for us. We should continue to sacrifice. And then Krishna started to speak some philosophy. I will not go into details, but he said more or less, we are Vaishyas, we are cowherd men, we should just do our duties. Our duty is to take care of the cows. Our duty is to worship the Brahmanas. There's no need for Indra to worship Indra particularly. We see the water is falling everywhere. The water is falling on the rocks. The water is falling on the ocean also. What is the need of worshipping Indra for this? So Krishna's inner purpose, although his philosophy was a little off, it's said, but his inner purpose was to establish very firmly that if you worship him, the supreme being, the source of everything, there's no need to worship everyone else. Just like when you pour water on the root, the whole plant is taken care of. So it said, Srila Prabhupada writes in the Krishna book, Krishna had two purposes. Actually, there's another one, but two purposes he singles out. Anyone remembers what are the two purposes of Krishna saying this? We already kind of touched on it. I already mentioned one. Yeah, establish yourself, and there's no need to worship any other god. And the second was that anyways, whatever, any deity or any being, they can only give because they're empowered from within by the Paramatma, the super soul, in the heart. So any result given by anyone, by any god or anyone, is really given by him alone. So therefore, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Praja. Krishna wanted to establish exclusive devotion service. Surrender to me alone. Ekam. Ekant, this is called Ekanta Bhakti. Exclusive devotional service. Only to Krishna. Because he includes everyone. So there's no need to worship anyone else. Probably we should. So therefore Krishna, he said, our connection is not with this very distant Indra. We don't even know if he exists really. Of course, Indra is the main deity in the Vedas, in the 4 Vedas. Anyone knows how many hymns there are in the Rig Veda, the most important of the 4 Vedas? There's 1,000 hymns. Now, how many of those hymns are dedicated to Indra? $255. There's a list of about 50 hymns to 50 different gods, different deities, and Indra is number 1 by far. So, because the performance of Vedic sacrifice, where do they want to go? They want to go to Swarga, they want to go to heaven. And who's the top man in heaven? Indra. So that's the main deity of the Vedas. So now Krishna, from going to Indra, he is saying, there's no need to worship Indra. Of course, in the Vedic, he's a real being, he exists, and Krishna knows that too. But he says, like, he's very distant from us. Let us worship those who are close to us. Those who we really depend on. for our maintenance, for our blessings, our mercy. Let us worship. What did Krishna say? Let us worship the cows, the brahmanas, and Govardhan Hill, who's supplying us with everything. Gives all the grass. We are cowherds. We take care of cows. So let us worship that deity who takes care of the cows. Who takes care of the cows? Govardhan. Govardhana. One who expands the pleasure of the cows. That's Govardhana. Vardhana means to expand. Go means cows. And so implied here is one who expands the pleasure of the cows. Pani suyavasa kandara kandamulai. He gives roots and fruits and fresh grasses. So Govardhan serves all the cows very nicely with very fresh grass, what they like the most. So Krishna said, Krishna was reading Nanda Maharaj's mind as this is going on. Nanda Maharaj was saying, oh, okay, yeah, this is nice. But let us do the worship for Indra and then we'll do that sacrifice, let us do worship for Govardhan later. And Krishna said, no. Take whatever we have, whatever we've collected so far, and we'll offer that. We'll use that for the sacrifice of Govardhan. So, and Nanda Maharaj, he wasn't so much convinced by the philosophical argument of Krishna. The only purpose in Nanda Maharaj, Krishna's father's life, and all the residents of this cowherd community of Raja, is only one thing. They have only one single purpose in life. What is that? To please Krishna, to make Krishna happy. Whatever makes him happy. Doesn't matter what we have to do, that will do. So okay, we'll give up this 1,000-year-old tradition we've been following, our communities have been following, our families, we'll give it all up immediately for you. So they immediately started, said Krishna, like, okay, tell us what to do. So, and that brings us to our worship today. Because we're going to do exactly what Krishna instructed his cowherd community to do. So Krishna said, let us offer very nice gifts to the brahmanas and honor them. Let us worship the cows, give them very nice grass. Sacrifice all the, what do you need for sacrifice? Grains, ghee, rice, milk products. So let us take all of that and prepare as many preparations as we can possibly make and offer that in sacrifice to Govardhan. This is not just a ritual just done by a few ritualists. This is for everyone in this community. Everyone should participate and make an offering. And this is Krishna shifting the focus from Vedic culture to this ritualistic worship of Indra and other devatas for material gain to bhakti, pure devotion to himself, the Supreme Lord. This is what's happening in this transition, in this him telling the cowherd community to stop this and do this. And Krishna made a shift because who's worshipping Indra nowadays? Have you ever been to an Indra temple? Many of you been to India many times. Many of you are from India. Have you ever been to an Indra temple? No. Have you ever been to a Vedic sacrifice for Indra's worship? It's not the age. And Krishna set the tone for that on this particular day. Those ritualistic sacrifices, not for this age. Just pure bhakti that will give us everything and much more than you can ever get with any complicated sacrifice. So, and it's much more, everyone can participate in this sacrifice. It's a festival, it's an utsava. So and that we're commemorating today. So we're going to worship Giriraj. We have a few Govardhan Shilas here. We also created a beautiful Govardhan out of Kalaram. Because there's one Shastra, the Garga Samhita. And you can offer this sacrifice, or this worship, right at the hill. All of you have been to Govardhan? Govardhan Puja? Right? It's a beautiful thing. You can actually worship the hill right there. And worship that hill. And also we have the Shilas, this beautiful stones from Govardhan, which we worship as deities. And more about that later. What's the identity of this Govardhan and how he's not different from Krishna? That I'll speak about more. But for now, we're just going to do what Krishna asked us to do. Worship this hill, however strange it may sound to some of us. For me, that was definitely a challenge in the beginning. Worship a hill, but it takes a little understanding to. So we will go that those glories of this hill will be more manifest as the evening goes by. But first of all, we're going to just dive into this worship. Now, before we start this, I want to honor two people. First of all, because we have to worship also the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas on this day. So there's a very, very special Vaishnava in our midst, and it happens to be his birthday. His name is Dayal Gauranga. And we have another very special guest today. His name is Jonathan. And Jonathan is a farmer. And he was very excited to hear about this festival. And he from his own cows, he supplied all this. Warm welcome to you. Please come forward. I want to offer you a little gift as well. And I hear it's Brahma Muhurta's birthday too.
Haribol!
A little gift for you. For many, many decades, I've learned so much from him. He's so steady here for almost every festival. He's here to conduct the worship. We're very appropriate we can honor him today as well. Thank you, Brahma Muhurta, for your service and for what you are in this community. You're a real example of a Brahmin, a Brahmin who practices really what he's about. Every day doing the worship, every day.
You're here every day. I just come like 3 times a year. Yeah.
So yeah. We worship the Brahmanas. We worship the cow. And we worship Govardhan Hill. That puja, that worship will start now. And Brahma will lead us in that. Would you like to speak just a few words on the different steps? Or shall we just...
Let's start.
Yeah. So we'll do an Abhishekam, we'll do a bathing ceremony. Then we'll offer many, many lambs and garlands. And then we'll offer a hill of food. Offer many, many items. And then in the end, you can all come forward and offer a lamp to the deities and Giriraj. We'll have a line going from here, and then you can circumambulate like this. This is also part of the worship, is to circumambulate Giriraj. Giriraj itself, the Govardhan Parikrama is about 20 kilometers, about 15 miles, or 16 miles, I think. So I've done it many times. It's a very joyful experience. But today, we get extra special mercy. We just walk around and we get all the benefits. So we'll do that. So let us now start the Govardhan Puja.
Govardhan Puja ki.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So as Krishna had instructed, so the coward men did, and so we have done today. We worship Giriraj. We have a number of Govardhan Shilas here, a number of Shilas of Govardhan. Which is amazing, actually, these are the very same Shilas which Krishna worshipped and held on his finger. And was also worshipped by Maharati. And as far as I know, when Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj left the world, he had that Shila on his head. So that's a very special Shila. And then more to the left is a small Shila. That Shila was worshipped by my own spiritual master, His Holiness Kadambakanda Swami Maharaj, who just recently left the world. And he also just minutes before he left, he was gazing at that beautiful Shila who he worshipped for many, many years. And he, even with the last energy he had, he offered because he was passing away, so it was a very difficult time. So, and he kept his Shila, his deity, right next to him. So, and normally the puja was done very early, like 5 o'clock in the morning. But because it was like a precarious situation, it was decided the puja would be delayed a little bit. And at some point, Jayadvaita Swami, who was there, said like, we should do the puja, so let's just do it. And so then we started the puja. And then Guru Maharaj, he came to some kind of more external awareness. So he was watching the puja. And just as the lamb was offered and the incense was offered, he also, with his last energy, his mind, offered his heart to this Giriraj, and then very soon after that he left the world. So this was the last vision, his last darshan was this Shila. It was also a very special Shila. So he very kindly entrusted that Shila to me to worship. Although we're not qualified for that, but very kindly kept me engaged in the service of Govardhan. So I'm very happy to speak a few words in glorification and to conduct this ceremony today in honor of Giriraj and then also in honor of my spiritual master and great Vaishnavas, like Bhakti Tirtha Swami and so many others who worship Giriraj, who worship Govardhan. So back to the pastime. So all the Brajvasis were so excited by this sacrifice. So they made so many preparations, millions and millions and millions. They actually took all the food which they could get their hands on, all the ingredients, and they all started cooking. So they made massive hills of rice and stacks of puris and chapatis and mountains of sweet balls. So it said that there's another hill appeared next to Giriraj, which is made out of food, an annakuta. And it said that the hills were like made of rice and different things, and the ghee, the clarified butter, which was coming from, was sprinkled over those hills of food, was like the waterfalls on that hill. And it's described all the different colorful vegetable and fruit preparations. There was like the minerals coloring that hill. And there were ponds of sweet rice and other yogurt and milk. So the milk was like the rivers flowing on that hill, and the yogurt, there were like ponds of yogurt and other liquid milk preparations. So in this way, another hill appeared with all these with rivers and waterfalls and minerals, all made of food. So this is very nicely poetically described by Jiva Goswami. I'll be speaking today, actually, it's always good to reference where you're speaking from. I'm speaking from Srimad Bhagavatam and a very nice book of Jiva Goswami, Gopal Champu. I have it here, where he retells the pastime and gives some additional details, which I'll be referencing. This book also, my spiritual master in his last days, he was listening to a lot. And he also asked me to translate this. So I thought, okay, let me worship Giriraj and speak from Gopal Champu today. So this way I can really connect with those instructions. So as all those offerings were made on the different parts of Giriraj, then something very extraordinary happened. It said that Krishna appeared in another massive form on top of the hill. And he was also like a mountain. It's described actually that, just 1 second. Yes. He was like a blackish, because Krishna's blackish complexion, so it's a blackish, huge blackish form. And he has a yellow dhoti. So the yellow, the dhoti is just compared to like when you see in cloud in the evening, right? It is this, when the sun shines on that cloud, it's like very beautiful orangey, like effulgent in color. So that was like his cloth, his dhoti appeared like that cloud on the mountain, and all his different ornaments was like the sun glistering on that beautiful form. So Krishna appeared in this huge form to eat all the offerings personally, and he said, "I'm not aloof." He spoke to all the coward men assembled and coward men, women and men assembled there. "I'm not aloof like other deities. I'm one of you. I don't consider myself different from you. I'm one of you, and I come here to eat all your offerings." And the Srimad Bhagavatam says, "Shailosmi, I am the mountain. I am this mountain personified, and I come here to be with you and to eat all these offerings." So he started to eat all those offerings. So it's beautifully described how we sing this mantra, Vedic mantra. We even sing it now while doing the Abhishekam. Sahasra Shersha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Vitva Titishtadashangulam. So the Supreme Lord is described as having many eyes and many heads and many legs and many, many arms. Thousands, unlimited. And this form accepts sacrifice. And this form actually resides in the Brahmaloka, top of the universe, where he's, with all his different arms, he's eating the sacrificial offerings. So in this same form, his arms are like going in all directions, thousands of arms going everywhere, eating all these offerings. And it said, like right now we have a little, not so much space to put all the offerings, so we have to put some offerings quite far, but it's not a problem for him, because it said that when he reaches his arms out, his hands out, just like sparrows jump on grains, like the offerings just jumped into his hand, and he was eating it like that. And of course, when you're eating, you also want to drink. So what did this huge form drink? Anyone else? Govardhan has many waterfalls and rivers and many lakes. So he is drinking the water. All the water from the lakes and the waterfalls and the rivers were all going into his mouth, quenching his thirst. So this way he was eating and eating, and he ate everything. millions of pounds of rice and sweets, and he ate everything, not a drop was left. Even they had to still find more things to cook and eat and give him to eat. Until finally he was offered a tulasi leaf. We have a beautiful plant here, tulasi. Krishna is satisfied just by water and just the leaf of this plant. The plant is so dear to him. So when then he was satisfied, and then he washed his mouth and he spit it out, and behind him, a whole grasslands appeared from his mouthwash. More grass for all the cows on Govardhan. And then he took the bamboo, bamboo is like this very straight stick, so he took the bamboo sticks and he started to clean his teeth. So like this, Krishna accepted this offering. This form of Govardhan is very unusual because it's Krishna himself, and at the same time, this form, this Govardhan, is described as Haridasa Varya, as the greatest servant of Krishna. So you can worship Giriraj either as Krishna or as the servant of Krishna. So it's Krishna who's enjoying our offerings, or it's Krishna who's in the mood of serving all his devotees. So and Krishna started this sacrifice in both ways. That he established through this sacrifice that we should exclusively serve him, and even better than serving him is to serve those who are dear to him, to serve his devotees. Haridasa Varya. So Govardhan is the greatest devotee of Krishna. Why? Because he serves everyone in Vraja. He serves the cows and all the animals by giving them nice grasses. He serves the cowherd boys by offering so many caves where they can play, by offering nice slabs where they can eat from. And there's beautiful mirrors on gold. And decorate themselves and decorate Krishna. There's minerals growing everywhere, and they decorate Krishna with this. They make paintings with these beautiful minerals. So he offers so many ways. He creates spots where Radha and Krishna and the gopis, the cowherd girls, can meet with Krishna and have their amorous pastimes. So he serves everyone. So that's why he's called Haridasa Varya, the greatest servant of Krishna. So Krishna wanted to establish that one should worship me, and better than me even, is worship my devotees. That's why he also wanted to have the Brahmanas worship and the cows worship. We're also all his devotees. So then an arati, like we saw after we did the bathing ceremony, so we offered many lamps. So in the end, an arati ceremony was performed to this beautiful form. This flowers and incense and lamps were offered to him. So we can still make an arati plate and offer this. So whoever's in the puja room can make an arati plate. We still have to complete that part. So, and then he disappeared. And all the cowherd men and women, they were astonished. And they were floating in bliss that they had just seen this beautiful form of Krishna. Everybody felt fully satisfied. And Krishna is such that after he eats everything, by his mystic power, he manifests again all the food. So all the food came back. So they had a huge, huge feast, and all the animals and all the different human beings and the brahmanas and the vaishyas and anyone, the dogs, it says even the dog eaters, they all were sumptuously fed. And it says that everyone was full to the throat. So this festival is not complete until you leave this place today. Akanta, up to the throne. That is part of the celebration, the worship today. It's a very joyous occasion. No fasting. Some days are fasting till midnight. Govardhan Puja is eating till midnight. So it was a joyous festival. And then after that, there was the Krishna started the very first Govardhan Parikrama. All the cowherd men and ladies, they took all the cows in front, and they started this beautiful circumambulation of Govardhan Hill. And all the Brishvasis were singing the glories of Krishna and clapping. And they had one particular song Jiva Goswami describes. But it was like they saying like in Vrindavan, Govardhan Parikrama, you sometimes see somebody chant something and then the other respond. So one was saying like, who started the Govardhan Puja? Who worshipped Govardhan Hill? And then they would describe, oh, Gopal, you're amazing. Giri Pujayam Vihitam Kena. So one would say, Giri Pujayam Vihitam Kena, by whom was this Govardhan Puja performed? And then they would tell you all different names of Krishna. They would say, the one who arranged the worship is the one who freed us from the fear of Indra. Who has arranged the worship of Govardhan Hill? The killer of the demon Putana is the one who arranged this. And like this they would go on and on and on and on. So one would chant this and then they would respond with these different names, glorifying Krishna in his different pastimes. So like this they were in full bliss chanting about Krishna as they were circumambulating. And we're going to do the same. We're just going to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Glorify Krishna's childhood activities, his Damodar Leela as we circumambulate the hill just like the Vrishvasis. So everybody was floating in bliss and so happy and so satisfied. They were all together, the whole village, everyone was all together doing this, worshipping Govardhan Hill and being with Krishna. And Krishna was walking among all the Vrishvasis, very happy. He was twirling his cowherd stick and playing his flute sometimes. So it was a very joyous festival like that. Only there was one person in the universe who was not happy. Who was that? Indra. So this was the third reason why Krishna performed this sacrifice. Because Indra is Ishamani. He was Ishamani. He considers himself, I am the Supreme Lord. I am the king of the heavenly worlds, the upper planets in this universe. I'm the most important person here. I control the weather, I control the rain. Nobody can live in this world without me. So Indra was becoming very puffed up, although he gets his power and his position from Krishna, from Vishnu. He forgot that, and he felt like, why is the little boy, this talkative little kid, just an ordinary human, depriving me of this sacrifice, which is my due share? So he was, and this happens when we feel entitled to something. We all know what it means to be entitled to something. When you feel I should be getting something, but I'm not getting it. I remember one birthday, and my parents got me some gifts, but I was such a poor little brat. I was like, I didn't get the gifts I wanted. So although so much love was given to me, I couldn't even feel it because, I felt entitled to something else. So, and we all still have this within us. If someone disrespects us in some way, we feel entitled to certain treatment, entitled to certain respect. And then we react and we become angry. So it said that Indra, he was carrying around a mountain. He was also carrying a mountain, but it was a mountain of pride. So Krishna had to lift another mountain in order to deliver Indra from his mountain he was carrying, his mountain of pride. So Indra was so angry. He's called the clouds of devastation. The clouds would destroy the universe at the end. Cosmic manifestation of Samvartaka clouds. He said, Samvartaka! Come! And go to Vraja and destroy Krishna and all his cows. All his coward community. Destroy them all. This is what anger does to us. We want to destroy. So Indra, he sent forth his clouds and they obeyed him. They felt a little apprehensive about this, but in obedience to their master Indra, they went to Vraja and they poured columns of rain and hail, and the whole village was becoming inundated. And then we all know the pastime that Krishna, in order to deliver especially to protect the cows and his devotees, he lifted that hill in this beautiful form of his Giridhari. It said he rose up on a kind of a jeweled platform. You can see it actually here in the painting when you come by. It's a little bit elevated over the cow mat, so everybody could see him. And then with his left hand, it said with his left pinky, he lifted this entire hill. For God is nothing. He has unlimited planets floating in the sky. Why not? Why he cannot like just lift a small hill with his pinky? Nothing for him. And then he invited all the coward people and all the cows to take shelter under that hill. But it wasn't the refugee camp under that hill. Some of the worst places in the world are refugee camps. I was hearing about, situation in Gaza, which is so unfortunate. So many people are suffering. We pray that some good sense may come into people, and people will be delivered from their suffering as well. But there's here descriptions of 5 toilets for 10,000 people. You can imagine what suffering it is. There's no water, there's no food, so much fear and distress. But this was not like that. This was there was fresh breezes blowing, there was fresh water springs, everything was lighted up, right? Because all the dense darkness, but everything was lighted up by the jewels and by Krishna's very own fountains. And more than anything, besides, it said that this was like a heavenly world under this hill. But more than anything, what made everything so pleasing and wonderful was Krishna being there. So it said, as the rains were hailing and massive winds were blowing, and there's so much wild, destructive energy was all around. Under the hill, everything was so peaceful and playful and sweet. There was sweet talking, and it said that Krishna is a beautiful thing. Arjuna Maharaj describes this. I don't know where he got it from, but it's a beautiful thing. The clouds are pouring rain, but Krishna, and creating suffering. But Krishna is also like a cloud. His color is like a cloud. It was very pleasing. And the thunder was crashing down on the mountain, on top of the mountain. But the lightning. But Krishna's dhoti is also like a lightning, like the color of lightning. Wow, this was so pleasing. And Krishna's voice is described like what? Thunder is a very deep voice. So Krishna is reassuring everyone in his very deep, thunderous voice. So while the thunder was going on, from this cloud, Krishna, emanated this very pleasing, assuring thunder of his voice. So like that, it was a very pleasing situation. And everybody was so happy seeing Krishna that even the cows, they didn't need to eat. What does a cow do all day? Have you ever thought about this? The cow just eat. Jonathan, right?
Yeah.
That's all they do.
22 hours a day.
Yeah, they sleep and then
They do not sleep.
they
Cows do not sleep.
yeah, even while sleeping they still
Yeah.
yeah. So, but even they didn't. When they saw Krishna, they became so pleased and so amazed at the beauty of Krishna holding this hill. That they even didn't need to eat. What to speak, Jiva Goswami said, what to speak of everyone else. No, everybody forgot about eating. So like this, Krishna became Giridhari, the lifter of Govardhan Hill. Sometimes he would play his flute to reassure, especially Yashoda, his mother, was very worried that Krishna, sometimes she saw him perspiring a little bit, and this huge mountain on his finger. She was very worried about her son, but just to reassure her, he would sometimes play his flute or put his hand on one of his coward friends and say some joking words just to reassure that everything's okay, everything's chill. You know? So like that for 7 days and nights, Krishna held up the hill and they were just absorbed in Krishna. And normally, every resident of Vrindavan could only be with Krishna some part of the day. Like Yashoda in the morning, the coward boys during the day, and he would meet the gopis secretly at night, his coward girlfriends. So, but during this time, they could be with Krishna 24/7, 7 days, 24 hours. That's how long he held up the hill, 7 days and nights. So they were this is like a long-awaited opportunity. And it is also a long-awaited opportunity for Krishna to be with all his devotees at the same time. There's only one little limitation in everyone's heart, that they could not exactly play with Krishna, be with Krishna the same way. So even in their union, they still feel the level of separation. Like the gopis, they could not freely exchange their amorous, joking words with Krishna. And the coward boys could not play with Krishna. And Yashoda could not like bathe him and take care of him as she usually does. She could still feed him some sweets now and then while he was holding the hill. But, so there was this little bit of, but it was compared to just the bliss of seeing Krishna. This is how prema works. This is how love works. There's all these beautiful, they're all blissful emotions. They're all for Krishna, all meant for pleasing Krishna. But they're looking at Krishna, feeling like, I just want to serve Krishna. I'm longing to serve Krishna the way I can serve him. That's also love. So like that, it was just a great festival of love under that hill. And Indra came to his senses. He sent some messengers. And the first messenger said, don't worry, Indra, everyone is destroyed. It's all okay. And Indra was like, are you sure? Maybe just checking in. So the person checked a little bit more, like, deeply, looked a little bit more. His investigation went a little bit more deeper. And then he knows even on top of the hill, not a single leaf was moved, not a single ant was harmed by thunderbolts raining down and hail raining down. So Indra then came to his senses. Oh my God, what a fool I am. Right? We all have that experience sometimes. Oh my God, I just sent a text message. So like that, in anger we sometimes do stupid things, but then he surrendered to Krishna, and then he finally, to make a longer story short, and those Krishna set down the hill exactly where it was, on the dot, and everyone embraced Krishna and congratulated Krishna. All the Brajvasis were already so in love with Krishna, they were more in love with Krishna. So then Indra, after some time, he came to Vraja and he apologized to Krishna. Krishna forgave him. And then a big bathing ceremony was organized for Krishna, which Krishna was crowned as Govinda, which means he's the king of all the cows and the king of all the devatas. Because it says in the sacred Vedas that actually all the devas, all the gods are there in the body of the cow. That's why the cow is considered so sacred. Because she's like a mother and gives us milk and gives us so many good things. But she's also just in itself as an entity. She's so sacred. And Krishna being the Lord of the cows, he's the Lord of all the gods and everyone in the universe. So he was crowned. He was crowned as the true Indra, the true king of the world, the King of Kings, as it said in the Bible as well. In this way, this beautiful pastime was concluded. And still now, we commemorate this pastime. We glorify Krishna. Krishna, this is my final comment. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas chintayantamam yejana paripasate tesha nitya bhiktanam yoga kshema vahamya. To those who always serve me with love and who always meditate on my transcendental form as Krishna, he says, Yoga kshema vahamyam. Vahami means I carry. So the Acharya said, why does Krishna say karomi? Why does he say I give or I create? There yoga kshema. Yoga means what you need. And kshema means protection of those things you need. Let's say you have a house, right? That's what you need. You need a roof over your head. Now we have an insurance because we want to protect what we have. So that's yoga kshema. So Krishna is saying, I personally, just like some of you have households and have kids, and just like you take care of your household out of so much love and concern and care, just like that, Krishna says, I carry personally the necessities of my devotee, and I personally carry their protection because I love them, just like my family, because they're my family. So Krishna, in this pastime, he said, Vahami, I carry. They needed protection, and he carried that on his left hand. So Rupa Goswami gives a beautiful prayer. He gives us all a beautiful benediction. May Lord Krishna, who held just like a ball, just like a toy held up the Govardhan hill, may that same left hand, may that same beautiful lotus hand, which lifted the hill and protected all the Brajvasis, may that protect all of us. And may that bless us with pure love for him. Shri Giraj Govardhan Ki Jai. Jai. So now we'll offer, we'll ask everyone to come forward and offer a lamp. You can offer to the deities here. And then you can also circumambulate the hill and take darshan with all the Shivas. And the beautiful arrangement made by the devotees.
Thank you so much.
Vasudev Prabhu ki.
Bye. Hare Krishna, everyone. So for the Damodar Aarti, we're doing it a little bit different because we have take your ghee wick from the left corner and then offer it to the deities and then come around the other way and exit. Thank you.
Maybe you want to announce that.
Hare Krishna. So we generally have a very standard tune that we sing for this Damodarashtakam, but there's also an alternate melody that is, from what I told, is sung very often in Srimad Purdam. And so we'll sing it in that mood this evening. For Chandra and Giriraj and all the Vaishnavas. Namamishvaram Sak Chidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokulaja Mana Namamishvaram.